Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what the kind of things are that impacts your premium that you're going to pay for your life cover. So there's a couple of things that insurance companies look at when determining the rate for your life cover. Now they call it a per mille rate. Per mille means per 10,000 rands worth of life cover. They charge you a rate per 10,000. So the different things they look at is first and foremost your age. So the older you get, the higher your rate for your life cover, which is sort of obvious because the older we get, the closer we are to death. That's the reality of life. So the older you get, the higher your premium. So the younger you are when you put your foundation in place, the cheaper it's going to cost you, because later you can just tweak that plan of yours. You don't have to rebuild a whole new risk management plan. The second one is your occupation. So it depends on how high risk is your occupation. So they look at different aspects to your occupation. How much of your occupation is admin related? Now, admin related is non-risk related work. So it is work that you don't do physical labor, like you work with spanners and hammers and climb on scaffolds and things like that. Then they have manual labor, which is exactly climbing on scaffolds, working with your hands, that kind of thing. Then they have supervision. So supervision is where you are managing other people. And then the last one is travel. Now, just to touch on travel, I see so many people or clients where you ask them how much they travel and they say, I'm in the car the whole day. I travel 80% of my time. But that's not really true. Your travel is the time that you actually spend in the car, not the time that you are out of the office. So if you go and you drive for work, but you go to a site and you drive there 10 minutes, you're there for 3 hours and you drive back 10 minutes, your only travel percentage is the 20 minutes that you were in the car, not the 3 hours that you were on site. So that is travel, because the higher your travel, the higher your risk. And people exaggerate how much they travel. It's sort of an ego thing almost. Yeah, I drive the whole day. People feel very proud that they are driving so much. So you want to keep that as low as possible by being practical and really realistic about how much time you actually spend traveling. And this doesn't include your commute, your travel to work and back. It doesn't include that. Okay, so that's your occupation. Then your income. The higher your income, I know, the lower your premium that you pay, the lower the rate that you get. It's so unfair, and I know. So the more you earn, the less you have to pay. It's actually crazy, but that's the reality, because they feel, the actuaries feel that the higher your income, the bigger the chance that you have a lower risk occupation. Now these things, the occupation, the income, and the next one, your qualification, has less of an effect on your premium than some of the other things that I'm going to talk about now. So income doesn't have that high of a difference. Whether you earn 30 or 40,000 rand won't make that big of a difference. Qualification does make a difference. Qualification, that is, do you have less than matric? Do you have matric? Do you have a degree? Do you have a diploma? Again, the higher your qualification, the lower your rate. So you might again, the point of view is that the higher your qualification, the bigger the chance that you are working in a non-risk related work, a supervisory type of position, management type of position. So the higher your qualification, the lower the rate. To give you an idea, I've done some quotes on a 45-year-old male non-smoker, and the difference between the premiums that they will pay on life cover, if they have matric and if they have a master's degree, is about a 14% difference. So you will have about a 14% discount if you have a master's degree against if you only have matric. So it does have a little bit of an impact. The next two are the ones that have a bigger impact on your rate, and the biggest one by a country mile is your smoker status. Guys, this is it. Actually, I was even shocked because I know how big of a difference it makes. But the difference between a 45-year-old life cover smoker against a non-smoker, the smoker rates are 127% of non-smoker rates. Just let that sink in quickly. 127% more. Because you're a non-smoker. So if you are paying 500 Rand per month as a non-smoker, you will pay over 1,000 Rand a month, 1,100 and a bit a month for the same cover, just because you're smoking. It is insane to think it's 127%. And then the next one, which is now becoming a very real thing, is your vaccination status, your COVID vaccination status. You can look at between 15 to 20% loading or increase on your premium if you are not vaccinated against if you are fully vaccinated. So if you are paying 500 Rand a month, if you are fully vaccinated, 45-year-old, you will pay about 600 to 650 Rand for the same cover if you are not vaccinated. So that is something that will definitely have an effect moving forward. Over and above all of this, your personal health situation also plays or has an effect on the rates that you will be quoted. For example, do you suffer from high blood pressure? Do you have high cholesterol? Do you personally had a history of any illnesses like heart problems, diabetes, any of those, kidney problems, liver problems? Any of those kind of factors could also increase your rates. Okay, but those are the biggest one that impacts on your premium, and the biggest one by far is the smoker status. So if you are a smoker, understand that you are paying more than double what you should be paying on your risk cover.